Day, the 12th of September 2024. I'm Paula Ann Porter-Jones, and these are the latest stories from the Radio Jamaica News Centre. This newscast is brought to you by Fosrich Company Limited for all your electrical, solar and lighting needs.
Boss, we're gonna need some solid PVC pipes and conduits.
Then all PVC pipe not solid?
No man, solid brand. They make it right here in Jamaica. Them cheaper and it's good quality pipes.
Well, that is some solid advice. All right, how much we need?
Solid PVC pipes and conduits manufactured in Jamaica and available at all hardware stores across the island. Buy Jamaican, employ Jamaicans and build Jamaica. Ask for solid PVC pipes and conduits and save. Call 876-937-5099 to place your orders today. Manufactured by Fosrich.
And now the details. The Cornwall Regional Hospital is expressing concern about the number of people turning up to its accident and emergency department with injuries from motor vehicle crashes. The hospital is reporting a year-to-year increase in crash victims requiring medical care. Clinical coordinator for the Western Regional Health Authority, Dr. Delroy Frey, says crash victims have far surpassed people seeking treatment for bullet wounds. Last month alone, 17 persons turned up at the facility with bullet wounds. He provided details on crash victims seeking admission at the hospital last month.
And there were 89 patients presented to our accident and emergency department with motor vehicle accidents. What we're seeing though is that we're seeing less gunshot wound coming in going into September, because up until the first week of September we did not have any during that weekend.
Dr. Frey told our news team that there has been a steady increase in crash victims seeking treatment at the Accident and Emergency Department at Cornwall Regional Hospital.
In 2021, we had 1,227 motor vehicle accident cases at CRH, Accident and Emergency Department. In 2022, we had 1,443. In 2023, we had 1,571. And up until the first week of September, we had 815 cases, but I did not get the data for July. And if we should extrapolate at another 90 for July, you would see that we're way up to about 900 odd cases. Now we are just in September, October, November, December. If we should follow that trend, we are going to see that we are going to surpass the 2023 figures.
Clinical coordinator for the Western Regional Health Authority, Dr. Delroy Frey. The Jamaica Fire Brigade is encouraging business operators who use a large volume of gas to reach out to the supplier as well as the brigade in the event of a leak. This follows yesterday's explosion at the Burger King outlet in New Kingston, which resulted in damage to the establishment and left 6 people in need of medical attention. Up to last evening, 2 people remained hospitalized. The employees reported a strong gas odor and notified the supplier, which carried out a check and gave the all clear before the explosion, which resulted in a blowout of the windows of the establishment. Commissioner of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Stuart Beckford, says it's crucial that immediate steps are taken to remedy suspected gas leaks before the situation escalates and turns deadly.
One of the ways to prevent this from happening is to ensure that the building is properly ventilated. So even your house, if you come home and you smell gas, don't turn on any devices, not even a light switch. Open your windows, your doors, and leave the building and allow maybe 10-15 minutes to pass before you re-enter. That will allow fresh air to come in and help to dissipate the gas that may have leaked out. So we recommend that once you detect this, call the fire brigade, because we do respond to these incidents, whether it's chlorine leak, chemical spills, gas leak. We respond and we will give the necessary guidance as to how to treat with it once the supplier would have come and did what they need to do to remedy whatever defect may be causing the leak.
Commissioner of the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Stuart Beckford. He was speaking yesterday in Beyond the Headlines. Several households and farms in the Wallen area of Linstead, Ewiton, St. Catherine were targeted under a drive by the National Water Commission about illegal connections and outstanding bill balances. NWC Revenue Recovery Manager for St. Catherine and Clarendon, Colleen Williams-Champagny, says the exercise aimed to encourage regularization and timely payments essential for maintaining and improving services. Mrs. Williams-Champagny says the area has benefited from improved service delivery, but this has not resulted in consistent payments.
Approximately 30 disconnections were carried out, 9 of which were for illegal connections. And when I say illegal connections, I mean persons who do not have accounts with the NWC, legitimate accounts with the NWC. We also had some that were in fact inactive but had reconnected themselves, and so those were also removed. I also want to mention though that one of the illegal connections that we removed was that of a 1-inch connection that was serving a poultry and a pig farm, and another 1/2-inch illegal connection that was serving a vegetable farm, which in fact, when we got there, the sprinklers were in full blast.
Mrs. Williams-Champagny says work will continue to remove illegal connections.
There's a lot of work there to be done, and we will not relent. We're just encouraging persons to come in and to reach out to the NWC. You know, we have payment arrangements, we have a number of options that persons can capitalize on rather than stealing the water, because these illegal connections can result in prosecution.
Revenue Recovery Manager of the National Water Commission for St. Catherine and Clarendon, Colleen Williams. Education officials in Barbados are expressing concern over the decline in literacy among children. Much of this decline has been attributed to the absence of face-to-face classes during the COVID-19 pandemic, where some students lacked the necessary attention to develop their reading and learning skills. UNESCO's definition of literacy is now encompassed by a person's capacity to understand digital literacy and informational literacy, along with all the skills necessary for workplace functioning and lifelong learning. The National Task Force on Literacy Education says schools must be prepared to deliver instruction, have instructional activities, and the curriculum necessary to have that definition realized in the society. Chief Education Officer within the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Dr. Ramona Archer-Bradshaw, says several initiatives are to be undertaken to boost the literacy rate. And finally, Hurricane Francine has left hundreds of thousands without power after it hit the coast of Louisiana and drove inland. It made landfall in Morgan City as a Category 2 storm last evening, carrying winds of 100 miles per hour. Louisiana and neighboring Mississippi have declared states of emergency and have told residents to take shelter and brace for the major storm. Governor Jeff Landry said at a press briefing yesterday that residents should stay off the roads, stay home, and stay put. Forecasters say Francine is expected to continue to rapidly lose strength as it travels across the state.